Okay, in this case, we're not going to shoot the messenger, but the messenger is coming with the bad news.
Yep, Mercury, the planet of communication, retrogrades. Actually, it stops its forward motion on Thursday and starts to go backwards on Friday. So, and it's in the sign of Taurus, which is more frustrating and challenging because it's a fixed sign, so it's harder to undo whatever the wreckage is. So I thought everybody needs to know where there is going to be miscommunication, misunderstanding, things bound to be done over again and bound to be repeated, because that's the nature of Mercury retrograde. So for Taurus, it's about them. They are going to be misunderstood. They may say something, somebody will take it the wrong way. If I was a Taurus, I'd be very careful what I put in writing. I would be very careful what I said, and I would be prepared to have to undo it. In interpersonal relationships. For Geminis, I think it's the worst placement for Mercury retrograde because in their 12th house of their own undoing. So even if they set out to do something good, it will sort of come back against them. It will be the kind of thing where someone asks for your help and then pulls you down into the hole with them, that kind of thing. It's a very tough time, I think, for Geminis. Going to have the worst time with it. For Cancers, not so much. They may be asked to do more with their friends. They may start some sort of group project that has little or no chance of succeeding, like backing a political candidate. But it's not a bad placement. It doesn't wreak havoc in their lives. For Leo, 10th house in career and public standing, it is not a good time to be negotiating because the problem with Mercury retrograde in Taurus is it's going to irritate the Leo. And the Leo has to be really careful not to get their dander up kind of thing and then shut down all kinds of communications. The best thing is to go listen and go, I will take that under advisement and then wait to decide until more of the facts are in when Mercury goes direct on the 20th of next month. So for Virgo, 9th house of legal matters, educational matters, property matters, important matters at a distance. Virgos have to be, and I need to listen to this myself, be very careful what they put in writing, what they agree to, what they don't agree to, because there will be misrepresentations regarding real estate and property and misunderstandings that can just degenerate into legal stuff. For Libra, 8th house of other people's money, they have to be really careful with their finances, not to overextend themselves. And the most important thing for Libra is not to believe you can get something for nothing with any kind of investment, real estate, property, stock market, or otherwise. You have to really examine what you're doing with your jointly held resources and other people's resources. For Scorpio, this Mercury retrograde is in Taurus. It is in their 7th house of partners, and it's like everybody's pointing at Scorpio going, you! And I don't really know how easy or hard it's going to be to defend themselves. The best thing to do is to kind of duck and cover for Scorpios. And whatever their partner says, just agree to. For Sagittarians, it's in their 6th house of work and responsibility. Sagittarians will find that there are some changes going on at work. It doesn't directly affect the Sagittarians, so they need to not get into battles that they're not invited to attend. And they need to wait 3 weeks to see what the shakeout is and how it involves the structure of where they work. For Capricorns, 5th house of children, sports, amusements, pleasures, entertainment, anything fun, that's on the Capricorns' agenda. It's a very good transit for them, and I think that it shows them the love principle in full force. And I wouldn't be surprised if some blast from their past doesn't come back and go, hey. So for Aquarians, it's in their 4th house of home and foundations. Like Leo, they are going to be torn between work responsibilities and home responsibilities. And for the Aquarian this time, I think they need to deal with home matters rather than professional matters. For Leos, they can look out into their career, but for Aquarians, they need to make the choices that are right for them at home. And please don't start any remodeling projects while Mercury is retrograde at home, because you knock down one wall and the roof caves in. For Pisces, it is in their 3rd house of day-to-day living and short-distance, short-duration travel. They may find themselves backtracking, trying to cram more things into a day than you can possibly do, and they have to be really careful not to fall behind the power curve. And they need to be really clear in understanding what people are saying. And if I was a Pisces, I would get everything in writing. And then for Aries, the last side, it's about real estate. It's about property matters. It's about making more money. It's about finding a way to maximize a piece of real estate or property. But it has to do with money and making more of it and having more of it at the end of the month for them. So that's tomorrow's news today for the 12 signs of the zodiac with Mercury going retrograde. And the good news is it only lasts 21 days, so I'll be leaving now.
After hearing that, I'm loading up. I am going to shoot the messenger.
Hey, by the way, go Gators.
There you go. See you next week.
Always a pleasure.